Understanding the Northern Corridor requires one to start at the port of Mombasa, an important facility not only for Kenya but other member states.
We serve not only Kenya but also Uganda, Rwanda, Burundi, DR Congo and South Sudan. And recalling the fact that 90% of world trade by volume is maritime, then it underlines the importance of the port. In fact, in our case, almost 95% of our trade is through the port of Mombasa.
Other countries, Uganda, Rwanda and South Sudan, forming the Northern Corridor integration projects, have been implementing strategies to enhance trade through easy movement of goods and services. To achieve this, efficient port running 24 hours is vital.
And hitting 1 million allowed us to join the club of big players or big ports in the world. And we are delighted, we are still there. As you might be aware, last year, 2014, we were ranked 112 from the 120 position that we held in the previous year. So we were able to move up 7 slots, and amazingly enough, there was none of the African ports that came up to fill the slots that we left behind.
Elimination of bottlenecks such as numerous clearing processes through interagency coordination has seen a reduction in cargo dwell time by half from the previous 7.2 days. The Kenya Ports Authority has also deployed the use of ICT.
We also have now the financial aspect. The billings are done. You can be able to process your payment online without coming to us. You can even raise complaints. The biller direct work very well for all our users. They can do it from the back of their offices.
To create more capacity, the port has undergone expansion to enhance operations. At a cost of 60 billion shillings, KPA is in the process of building the second container terminal with a capacity of 1.5 million 20 equivalent units. The first phase is due for completion in February 2016.
We will be rolling out second phase of the second container terminal effectively around 2018. And that would give us an additional capacity, almost another 500 TEUs. So really in terms of preparedness, we believe that by the year 2022, we'll be having a capacity almost about 2.7. And depending on how productive we become, that can rise to about 3 million TEUs.
Due to unavailability of land, KPA is also reclaiming 100 hectares of land from the sea. To reduce transit time for cargo leaving the port, numerous police checks have been removed, while the region has also constructed one-stop border post to speed up cargo movement. Of importance is automation of 9-way bridges in Mariakani, Athi River, Gilgil, Webuye, Rongo, Isinya, Juja, Mtwapa and Busia. This in turn has cut cargo transit time from 14 days to just 4 days.
Way bridge ya kitambo shida kubwa ilikuwa ni jamu. Tunakuja pale unakaa karibu tuseme unaweza shinda hapo mchana mzima kabla hujapima. Kutoka saa 3 labda unaweza ingia saa 3 asubuhi mpaka kitambo upime ni saa 5 ya usiku. Yaani kulikuwa na delay sana na nafikiri ni kulingana na hizo machine tu. Ndio ilikuwa zinachangia sana, lakini saa hizi basi mambo ni shwari.
Separately, in 2013, Kenya began the construction of the standard gauge railway, a game changer in regional trade. Phase 1, which cost 327 billion shillings, covers a course of 472 kilometers.
The standard gauge railway from Mombasa to Nairobi is now 60% complete, and we have begun the process of extending it to Naivasha and eventually to Kisumu and Malaba.
Due to inefficiencies of the current rail track built more than a century ago, 90% of goods arriving at the port of Mombasa are transported by road to as far as DRC, making the region uncompetitive. Now, upon completion of the standard gauge railway, this cost will reduce by as much as 50%. While the current railway transports 1,000 tons of cargo daily, the new rail has the capacity to carry 4 times the cargo, translating to 22 million tons annually, adding 1.5% growth to GDP. The creation of special economic zones along the rail course will also mean opening up counties for investment.
At the moment, it is more costlier to move vegetables and fruits from Taveta to Mombasa compared to the Mount Kenya region to Mombasa, and the difference is the road infrastructure. So we see the opening up of the road between Mwatate and Taveta and the SGR being a complete game changer. Yeah, our goods, whatever we're going to produce, either in terms of vegetables and fruits, should be able to compete easily with that is produced elsewhere. At the moment, we have easily about 3,000 people being employed during the SGR construction. So one of the challenges for us, and that's why we're looking at the bigger picture of setting up the special economic zone, the logistics hub, is that we need to get to a point where by 2017, these people that are working in the SGR do not become jobless. Yeah, so we have to create an alternative for them. And the solution is going to come from the logistics hub, the special economic zone that we shall put up.
Further, Kenya has secured funds for Phase 2A of the standard gauge railway extending from Nairobi to Naivasha, amounting to 153 billion shillings, covering a distance of 120 kilometers. 341 kilometers northeast of Mombasa, another milestone project is taking place. The Lamu Port, South Sudan, Ethiopia Transport Corridor, also known as LAPSSET, is being developed at a cost of 2.4 trillion shillings. The project comprises a new port in Lamu, resort cities, a highway, an oil pipeline, airports, and a new SGR to reach Ethiopia and South Sudan. Construction of administration block nears completion, while 3 of the 32 berths to be constructed are underway at a cost of 48 billion shillings.
Lamu could not have come into the project phase at any other better time. This is indeed the time that Lamu has to really be realized as a project. Because as we race for Africa to become the next growth frontier, it is countries that will put in place the correct and the appropriate and the efficient infrastructure that will attract more investors into their platform.
Together with investments in roads, energy and ICT infrastructure, a significant boost is expected in intra-regional trade, which now stands at more than 800 billion shillings. Ronald Owili, WTO Talks.